everyone.
Hi, everyone.
I didn't realize the mic was muted. I'm posting a tweet about this before we get going. Did everyone have a nice break?
I had chicken nuggets.
She had chicken nuggets. Are you feeling better?
I think so.
That's good. I think aside from the opening and ending, this is probably my favorite of the new story scenes.
Yeah. They're all precious.
Especially for this part.
Yeah. So cute. Knuckles, you're so cute and dumb.
You're so cute and dumb.
Come on, Daisy.
It's always weird when you get a trophy just for starting a video game. So, one thing about this is, like, I wish that they'd had, given me more save files for Sonic 3.
You need more than, like, 8?
Yeah, okay, because, see, there were previously 3 playable characters, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Mm-hmm. So these 3 spots were all 3 characters with all the Super Emeralds.
Madam.
These 2 slots were Sonic and Knuckles with the Chaos Emeralds, because they're the only ones that changed. Tails didn't have a hyper transformation back then.
I see.
And these 3 slots were for Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles with no Chaos Emeralds. So, but now there's Amy, so now I need at least 3 more save file slots.
Need 17 more.
Yep.
Daisy has gotten comfortable, so we can start the stream now.
Alright. Thank you for settling, Daisy. I guess I'll just put Amy into Sonic's usual spot here. New intro.
Oh, she's like, oh no.
Yeah, that's cool.
Why couldn't she be Super Amy?
You know, I don't know.
Do they not want to spoil it?
Well, Sonic is normally Super Sonic right there.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, good point. I don't know.
Maybe it's just because the non-Sonic characters, except for Knuckles, are technically quote-unquote non-canon.
Perhaps.
Biggest hope for Sonic Superstars, more save slots.
Oh,
what?
just a video game says, Josh, you really need to start wearing headphones and not capturing the audio through a McDonald's drive-thru speaker.
Wait, what?
Destroyed! Look at headphones one day.
Does the audio not sound good? Because I get conflicting reports about this. Some people are really surprised that I'm just, like, capturing the audio through our microphone. Like, if I mute the mic... For example, because all sound stopped right there anyway. That was actually very funny timing. Alright, here we go. We'll do it again. Whatsoever. Like, does the audio generally sound okay?
I hope it does.
I kind of do it like that because, like, you know, we could wear headphones, but we're, like, in our living room and very far away from the TV.
We wouldn't be able to hear shit.
It doesn't really work out so great with our setup.
Freezer says the audio is fine, but also she has no standards.
Yeah, Dustin is known for being a very hard man to please. Just ask him about his Paper Mario opinions.
Oh! He's just yanking your chain, he says.
He's always yanking my chain. It's basically his main function in the Geek Critique Discord channel.
We need to make sure we get Daisy's opinions on Sonic this time.
See, Sonic would be dead right now.
Yeah, but Amy's short. Short power. If I fall asleep on the stream, I'm sorry.
If you fall asleep, I'm just gonna keep going. It's
I'm
okay.
EP. I'm just a little EP.
You were sleepy before, and now you're full.
Yeah. I feel more energized, in a way.
I mean, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is the longest game, but still, we're definitely well over halfway through this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I'm not complaining. I'm chilling.
Somebody asked, are you going to stream Frontiers Update 2? No.
And that is like the one Sonic game you haven't touched again.
Right? I'll go back to it eventually, it's just,
I enjoyed the first island.
You did enjoy the first island. And then I encourage you to keep going. Yeah. I was like,
It just wasn't doing it for
you've
me.
got to see the boss of the second island. It's so cool. And by the time you got there, you were done.
I'm sorry. I tried. I gave it a fair shake.
It's okay.
It's not like it's terrible. It just isn't my thing.
Pays to be short.
You damn right.
Yeah, like on my streams, if I want to make the game audio louder, I just turn the television up.
Oh my god, turn it down. Oh my god!
Okay. Sorry.
My ear holes!
You remember the story I told earlier about, like, torturing my cousin by playing Sonic Boom at max volume? I ruined my hearing, or maybe... honestly, I don't think I ever had a particularly good hearing to begin with. Which is why I was able to do things like that. A common complaint from my teachers to my parents was, Josh wants to talk and not listen.
Aw,
And now here I am as a YouTuber.
you did it. You're living the dream.
Freezer says, important question, and this is an important question. When you play on a Genesis controller, what button do you jump with? Very fascinating question. When I was a kid, I guess because my hands were smaller, I always jumped with the C button exclusively. Nowadays I do it with B. What about you guys? What button do you jump with in Sonic?
The jump button.
Well, all A, B, and C are the jump buttons.
Daisy, what button do you like to jump with?
Daisy is a gamer. One time I downloaded a phone app for cats.
Yeah, and she hit the fish on the screen.
Yeah.
She's very talented.
She seemed to enjoy it.
Daisy's the real expert here. She's the real brains of this operation. We have a C, we have a B, we have a C, we have a C, we have a space bar. B.
What?
Jump using the jump button. That's my joke, Night Owl. C, B, C, C.
That said, when I'm charging a spin dash, I like, unless it's just more, unless I'm like just doing one of those quick little pop-off spin dashes. When I'm spin dashing, I like move my wrist around and use like 3 fingers to mash the buttons fast. Although that, three fingers only works on a Genesis controller. I'm playing this with a PS5 controller, so can only really comfortably match 2 like that. But that's because the Genesis controller layout is far superior to the PlayStation 5.
I had to readjust my Squishmallow so my laptop wouldn't fall. Okay.
I wonder if there's any A peeps here.
I haven't seen any. Just B and C and spacebar.
Wow. And spacebar.
Yeah.
Somebody said, Josh, get ready for a lot of I wasn't alive when the Genesis released. Dude, I was barely alive when the Genesis released. That would not surprise me.
When was the Genesis released?
Like September of '88 was its test market.
Oh, I was not born.
Yeah. Then I think it had a...
I'm not much older than the Genesis, but...
Yeah, when you were born, the newest console was the Super Nintendo.
Yep. I'm still ancient!
Oh, you're not ancient. You didn't make Sonic 1 for the Master System.
That's true.
Somebody will get that joke, and somebody will appreciate it.
I just vibe when I don't get a joke.
Yeah, you just roll with it.
Not alive when the PS2 was released? Y'all are babies.
I mean, I was a kid when the PS2 released. That's.
I mean, so was I, but I was alive.
Again, that was a while ago.
I was released before it was released.
I was very mad when the PS2 was released.
I know you were.
I was happy, though, because Shenmue came out at the same time, so I was looking forward to that.
Yeah, Shenmue owns.
No, I wasn't alive yet when the 3DS was released.
Yeah, you were.
Like how you're saying that like I'm being remotely serious. Yeah, did I have that right? I think Ancient made made Sonic 1 and Aspect made Sonic 2. Or is it the other way around? I'm not sure.
I don't know anything. Except that I like chicken nuggets and my cat is cute.
To make me seem less young, my first Power Ranger season was Ninja Storm. Oh yeah, the one that was 10 after my first Power Ranger season.
Don't say that!
Wow! Wow, T, you're so old! Didn't even perfect the special stage. SMH, fake Sonic 3 fan. I could do it! I just don't want to. Someone asked this earlier, so I'm going to repost. SNES or Genesis? Ah, the eternal question.
I mean, I'd have to say Super Nintendo, but that's what I grew up with. So.
Yeah.
And also, Super Nintendo has so many good games.
It's really hard to say because, like, they're so different. Like, that's one thing I really liked about, like, console generations back then. Oh, I'm not gonna get that. Is that, like, there were such big differences between each console in terms of their library, in terms of their capabilities, like, that you actually have a very good argument for either one. Like, I could make an argument good enough to convince myself about either one. Yeah, they're both just that good.
Yeah, but which one has Chrono Trigger?
I mean, that's not gonna sway me particularly.
Which one has 7 Granddad?
The NES! That's neither one!
Daisy, I hope you don't fill my laptop with your fur. We're getting a lot of SNESes in the chat.
Yeah, you know, it seems way less even than it used to be. I think, for one thing, like, Nintendo's sort of, like, game design style was so much more influential.
Oh yeah, which one had Super Mario RPG? A general?
Well, I'm not saying it's not the Super Nintendo, I'm just saying I can make a compelling argument for either one. I'm saying they're both fantastic, and that's what makes that era so good. Get to blue spheres. I'm gonna go for a perfect this time, just because somebody called me out on it.
Oh, damn.
Like, there's just no point to a perfect. You get more points. And it takes longer. It is more challenging, though. I'll give you that.
Oh, yeah, in Earthbound.
Yeah, but which one had Ristar?
He is very handsome. You have me there.
Oh, well, that was bad.
Oh.
Nobody saw that.
It doesn't count.
I spent a coin. That never happened. No, I mean, I think, legit, if I was actually going to answer, in terms of, like, the variety of its library, the Super Nintendo probably does take it. At the same time, the Genesis had all of the best Sonic games. So, I mean, that really evens it right back up, doesn't it? Legit, if the Genesis had nothing else but Sonic, it would still be a difficult question for me.
We'll be right. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I always said Ristar. Because it's like, his whole thing is that he stretches his wrists out and grab things. Also, Ristar would be spelled R-Y-E.
Well, I always thought it was like Rising Star.
But that's totally possible too, yeah.
Because Rising is spelled with an I. You see.
This is like another Hydrocity situation.
Yeah, I suppose so. Either one is fine.
Ooh, Magnafox Odyssey makes a good point. I'd say the Super NES was as good as it was because of legit competition from Sega.
Yeah, that is also a very good point.
Yeah, like, as an example, Donkey Kong Country wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Genesis Aladdin. Like,
oh yeah, that's true.
Like, Nintendo wanted a game that, in terms of, like, graphical quality and animation, could compete with Aladdin. I think in the original release of Origins, if you did that and you landed here, that door would come down and kill you. So that's another thing they fixed.
Oh, well, good. Because that's very silly. Daisy also thinks that was very silly.
Yes. That little hammer dash thing does not work up slopes, though. Don't try it here.
It's hard to hammer uphill.
It is.
Whoosh. Oh. Whoosh.
See, like right there, I was double tapping with 2 fingers.
Oh, is that true?
What's that?
Night Owl says that one time Nintendo was considering dumping bananas all over Sega's parking lot to celebrate the release of DKC.
I've never heard that before, but I would not be surprised. Retro Nova says if you go by the katakana form for Ristar's name, it's definitely Ri and not Rai.
Oh, I did not know that. I didn't know there was any definitive answer.
Yeah, we were talking before we left about, like, in the days before voice acting in video games and before, like, you typically hear things via the internet. It's very odd, like, you didn't know how to, like, I didn't know how to pronounce a lot of Pokemon's names until Pokemon Stadium came out.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, plenty of them you just read.
Yeah.
It's like how I thought epitome was epitome for the longest
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I did that too. I was watching wrestling one time, and one of the announcers said something like, "Yeah, he's really the epitome of that." And I was like, wait. Is that how that's pronounced?
Oh, and fatigue. That one got me. I said it fatigue in my head.
Every once in a while, I still come across words that I pronounce wrong because I've only read them.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
You can always tell the people who read a lot because they do that.
Mm-hmm.
Guile had it worse, yeah.
Isn't it Live Alive? Isn't that?
I don't remember.
I think it's Live Alive.
You remember that magazine promoting Final Fantasy VII before it came out in English? where they called Barrett Bullet.
Oh yeah, that was silly.
Oh, there was a dub, an extremely hastily released dub of Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods when that first came out, that called Beerus Bills.
That's not even remotely right.
It's not even a little bit right. But to this day, you'll still occasionally see somebody who inexplicably is still calling the character Bills.
Oh, is it Live Alive? Would not have thought that. Oh, that's what Dylan Yoshi says.
Yeah, I feel like that's what I remember seeing.
Might be. Good game, though.
Oh yeah, you got that, didn't you? Darkwing says, I think that same magazine called Aerith Elis. Yeah, that sounds right.
Dear Lord.
Invisible Sun says, for facade, I said fake-hated until high school. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a big one, too.
Did anybody have the Mandela effect where you have this memory of being taught at some point that the word dilemma had an N in it?
Yeah, I thought it had an N in it for the longest time.
Yeah, like, I have, and lots of people seem to share this memory. I remember a teacher's aide in, like, 3rd grade or so teaching me that the word dilemma had an N in it. And it doesn't.
It doesn't. I still don't believe it.
It's spelled exactly like it sounds, Dill-Emma.
It's like the Rod Serling thing. I still don't quite believe it.
God, I know, that's... Because you love Twilight Zone so much!
I love Twilight Zone! And I would just... How do you get that so wrong? It's like right there. But yeah, I thought it was Rod Serling for the longest time.
For that part, I always position myself so that I'll go into, like, the tumbling animation. Because I think it works well.
You're very smart at Sonic.
You know, one of those completely pointless fun things you do in video games? That's an example of one. I think we'll probably get Super Amy in this stage.
Oh, the N would be like, it's like Dilemna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, somebody taught us at some point, and, you know, me and Alicia grew up 3 hours away from each other. This was not the same school, this was not the same teacher. But yeah, they tell you to sound it out in your head like Dill-Emna.
Yeah. So we just thought it was silent, you know?
Because, you know, when you're learning to spell, like, it can be very helpful to remember things like...
Wednesday.
Yeah. Or for people, I had Piople.
Yeah. And Principal is your pal.
Yeah. And a principal is not your pal.
Yeah, it's the other one.
Ooh. You still got a hair in your mouth?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It was Daisy Fur.
It was Daisy Fur.
No.
Daisy, why you gotta do this?
Ooh, the Invisible Sun remembers learning Dilemna.
Yeah, tons of people do! It's so weird!
Yeah, that one hurt. I wonder why. There has to be a reason.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's kind of... It's just, for so many people to remember being taught such, like, factually inaccurate information.
Yeah, there's gotta be something behind it. It's probably not we all came from a different dimension, but...
Probably not that. But yeah, like, Alicia's a huge fan of Twilight Zone, and we both remembered... Rod's, like, the creator of Twilight Zone was named Rod Serling. But we had both spent our whole lives thinking it was Rod Sterling.
Yeah, and I've watched so much of the Twilight Zone, you guys. Like, I still don't understand how I did that.
I always have to spend a bunch of time running around this special stage trying to find the blue spheres that I've missed.
Dylan Yoshi said the reason they taught you it that way was so that you could have a dilemma about it years later.
You know, maybe.
Maybe. English is a fucked up language.
It really is, yeah.
Words should not be spelled so weird, or have, or sound the same, but be very different. It's not Sterling, you guys. It's Serling.
It's Sterling. Look it up.
It ruined my whole life.
Unless we've been Mandela affected the other way.
Yeah. We better not have.
I'm just finding out it's not Sterling.
Yeah, it's not. It's Rod Serling. S-E-R-L-I-N-G. Yeah, we're blowing everyone's minds.
Of course, the most disturbing Mandela effect for me is the fruit of the loom cornucopia.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, the Berenstain Bears one still gets me. Because I read those books a lot growing up.
I think that one, I did too, but I think that one's just easier for me to explain.
Yeah.
As like, we remember it being spelled that way because we said it Berenstain Bears.
Yeah.
And we never looked at it too closely. But the cornucopia, like, you know...
because I remember the fucking cornucopia.
Yeah, because you learned what a cornucopia was because of the Fruit of the Loom logo.
I don't like it.
But it apparently never had a cornucopia there.
I hate it. I think they must be lying.
Levi Church says, if you had a time machine, would you go back to the 1990s or the 1890s?
Oh, the 1990s. Why would I go to the 1890s?
I would say, is this like a one-way time machine? Because in that case, neither?
Well, it's just in the 1890s, I'm a woman. They would lock me up in an asylum for hysteria
They
because
would,
I sneezed or something.
Yeah, I would not fit in. I would fit in better than you, unfortunately, but I would not fit in the 1890s. So
I would rather just stay here, but... Well, 90s, we could invest in Apple.
True. This and what's essentially Mania 2 being real is still surreal to me. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I think I've mostly processed the fact that Superstars is a real game that's really happening. But God, it makes me happy.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh, huh. I activated that thing by hammer. Ooh. You can activate those things by hammer bouncing on them. That's cool.
You know. Oh, it's a time machine that only sends you back to somewhere for one day, and then you go back.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
If it's one day and I won't get asylumed, maybe I'd check out the 1890s. But then again, I'd probably catch some kind of horrifying disease.
Yeah, that's long been eradicated. Yeah, in that case, I would go to a historic time period that I did not live through.
Yeah. Because I was there for most of the 90s. Maybe not cognizant, but... Yeah, lick your tongue.
She's talking to the cat, not me.
Oh yeah, I'm talking to the cat.
How would you guys feel about this? We've talked about having a cat cam in streams. Because the cat, at least one of the cats, is perpetually situated on Alicia's lap at all times.
Yeah, they're my babies.
So maybe we could try to set up a camera that that views the cats.
Who wants to see our cats? Oh, look at her little feet.
You can, if you want to see our cats, you can see both of them in my videos. Daisy is in the original Dreamcast episode from 2018. We had just gotten her.
And she was little.
She's in the part where I'm talking about Sonic Adventure's music and showing off a vinyl record I have of it. And then Opal is also, she's been in a couple videos, but the one that comes to mind is the Samus Returns video.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about the controls, she's like setting on the table, sniffing the 3DS.
No, neither of our cats are named Big.
No.
They're Daisy and Opal.
Also, if I was gonna name a cat after a Sonic character, it would be Blaze.
Yeah, it would be. We almost named Opal Vegeta.
We did? I forgot about that.
We were taught. You sounded like you were seriously wanting to consider it.
Nah, I like Opal.
Opal's such an Oaks, you know. Oh goodness.
Yeah, people are saying that it's likely that Superstar's release date's been leaked. I mean, until that's confirmed, I'd say it might still be a placeholder. But yeah, 3 days before Mario, that's just that's gonna be a good week.
Yeah, it is.
Although I don't know how I'm possibly gonna have time to play Mario if that happens.
Yeah, you're gonna be I'm gonna miss you.
I know, right? Hey, at least they're both co-op games.
That's true. We can see each other in co-op times.
Ooh, do you remember when when Origins first came out and the music controversy was going on? Your reaction when I told you that this was over, like, the music in 2 levels?
Yeah, no, just the way you were talking about it sounded like it was something like about the entire game.
Well, the way the internet was talking about it.
And then, oh my god.
Yeah.
I was so over it.
Art 3 levels, rather. Yeah, because it's Carnival Night, Ice Cap, and Launch Base.
The internet has a way of making everything sound so dire, though.
It has a way of like, serving as a bit of a heightening factor.
Yeah. What do you think about Elephant Mario? Night Owl wants to know.
Should have been Ellie the Elephant from off of Donkey Kong Country 3.
Personally,
Where's my Donkey Kong game?
I support him in all his endeavors.
No, Elephant Mario's great. It's nice to have another new Mario power-up.
Yeah. Opal, you joined us.
Speaking of which, she heard us talking about her. Cash Panuka saying they somehow made the prototype tracks worse. Yeah, they ain't great, but if it's this or never get Sonic 3 re-released again, I will take this.
Yeah. Come on, Annie.
Mario from Donkey Kong.
Shaded Sylvester, you just got
I
through
can do better than
Carnival
that.
Night in a minute.
Yep.
He's very good at Sonic.
Also, Carnival Night and Ice Cap are probably my 2 favorite levels in Sonic 3, so I play them a lot. I can do this.
What are you trying to do?
I do this all the time without even thinking about it. But I'm trying to do it, and therefore I can't. There we go. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, people are saying it's like the muffling of the music that annoys them.
Yeah.
And I get that. I'm not trying to be a hater, it's just like everyone made it sound like it was the end of the world. That it was like every song in the game.
I mean, like, the replacement tracks... Okay, so here's the situation. This music, like this song specifically, was in a prototype version of Sonic 3 that leaked in 2019. But the prototype version of this song is, like, way, way, way better than this version is, for some reason. So the reaction is like, why are they using, like, why does it sound like this instead of sounding like you know, it did in that 2019 prototype?
Hello, honey.
And I don't know. I have no idea. But like I said, if
Please don't fall.
I would rather the music in 3 levels be a little weak
Then just not have
than
it.
just never have Sonic 3 get re-released again. And also the PC version is, of course, very easy to mod. There's mods for putting the prototype tracks back in, there's mods for putting the Sonic & Knuckles Collection MIDIs back in, if that's what you grew up with. And, of course, there's all kinds of mods for the original Genesis tracks. But yeah, of all the things that it seems like they fixed with Plus, I do wish that they had made these tracks sound a little better. Better call the Sega Tips hotline to get through here. I swear, I'm calling it. I did not make enough of a big deal about this when I made my episode on it. The Barrel of Doom is a conspiracy to get money for the Sega Tips hotline. I truly believe that.
I'd believe that too.
And my evidence isn't just that it exists, it isn't just that it logs you in there, it's also the fact that, like, the official Sonic 3 strategy guide did not tell you how to do that. Oh, thank you, Eric.
Yeah, thank you so much for the super chat. They say, for the cat cam fun, give them extra pets to read. This is from Eric, honey.
Oh yeah, if you guys are interested in doing that, we will.
Yeah, we'll get a cat.
We'll use our super cat funds and get a cat cam.
Babies.
That would be very cute.
Yeah.
Ooh, is Last Surprise not the ambush theme in Royal? Somebody's talking about Persona in there.
Oh.
That's your jurisdiction.
Yeah, in Royal they have a different... It's like, if you ambush somebody, you get a different battle theme, but if you, like, don't surprise them, then you get Last Surprise.
I see.
Yeah. I like Last Surprise better, but the new one's good too.
Darkwing says, didn't they outright apologize for the barrel at some point? Yes, they did.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I think it was at Summer of Sonic 2011, maybe? Yuji Naka apologized for the barrel.
I think you should apologize for a lot more now.
In terms of instrumentation, this sounds okay. Honestly, I think this sounds better than the Carnival Night music. But I never liked, like, the Sonic & Knuckles collection, the prototype music for Carnival Night and Launch Base grew on me eventually. The Ice Cap music never did. I think it sounds a little too basic. But like, it doesn't help that, like, one of my absolute favorite pieces of video game music is, like, the Genesis Ice Cap song. So, any change there is going to be hard to accept. Yuji Naka arrested for barrel crimes.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I do not like Takeover as much as Last Surprise. Like, Takeover does not get me as hyped as Last Surprise, where you're just like, you never see it coming, and I'm like, yeah!
Yeah, that song rules.
It's so good, right?
We need to get Royal on PC.
We do, I want it so bad.
We already bought it on Switch.
Yeah, but it'll run better on the Steam Deck.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't have Steam Decks yet.
But I can't justify buying it a third time.
See somebody saying they hate beta launch base. Here's my read on it. I think the Genesis launch base, that is the final retail release of launch base, that song works great, works better as like a Last Zone song. Like, the tension is very high, and like, you're... and actually, if you play it in Vanilla Sonic 3, launch base is also harder. Like, some of the object placements are tweaked to make the zone more difficult. So, like, for final zone music, I think Genesis launch base is great. For the place where launch base comes in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, like, right at the midpoint of the game, I think the prototype song works great as, like, storming, a sort of thing where you finally caught up to Robotnik and you're, like, storming his stronghold. And there's this nice sense of victory. That said, I do not like launch base Act 2 in the prototype. Only Act 1. Alicia's looking at me and as if she has any, as if with this look that's like she's like bemused, but she has nothing to add here.
I'm doing my best. Yeah, exactly. Last Surprise fits the vibe of being a sneaky phantom thief better.
I like how we're
She'll
both participating in our own related but independent conversations with the chat.
I don't mean to confuse things.
In which you don't have much to add with mine, and vice versa.
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. I think it's funny.
I'm doing my best. Skylian is eating a pizza. Woo! Woo! Woo!
Cash Panuka says, "What do you think about Proto Carnival Night?" Like I said, it grew on me. It's fine. The only one that didn't grow on me was Ice Cap. Also, Ice Cap 1 and 2 in the Proto are like so close to being the same song. Like, I think if I hadn't grown up with it and I didn't know it so well, the Genesis version of Carnival Night would probably strike me as a really strange song for Sonic music. But, you know, I can't, it's hard for me to imagine Carnival Night any other way.
Dylan Yoshi says that somebody modded in a female protagonist for 5. I didn't know it was that nuts over there. Well, now we have to get it.
We're gonna get it, don't worry.
Woo!
The Super Chat Fund is now for, first the Cat Cam. Then Persona 5 Royal for PC. Which, if we do get it, you should play it on stream.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We could finally have a stream where the primary topic of conversation is Persona, and I keep leading us back to Sonic
yeah,
tangents
that's
every
how
once
it
in a
would
while.
go. Oh, lick your foot, honey.
Oh, another thing I enjoy about the Genesis Sonic 3 soundtrack, I like how the totally not Michael Jackson produced tracks come exactly halfway through the game. Like, it gives, like, Angel Island, Hydrocity, and Carnival Night. I had to think about it there for a second. The first 3 stages have a very different vibe from the last 3. And, you know, like, I didn't know this as a kid, but it's because very different people compose them.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of a cool detail.
That is cool.
And just as soon as you get into Carnival Night, and, like, the vibe gets so much more dangerous and a little darker, it just fits well. Dreadtroid says, "Hi, what? Hydrocity Zone! That's the way you're supposed to pronounce it!" People come in saying it's something else, like, duh, like...
Yeah, get it together, sheeple.
Everyone I know always pronounced it Hydrocity. That's what my dad told me when I was 6, so I'm sticking with that. My dad did not tell me that when I was 6.
Nerd Strikes Back says, how does it feel to have a repeat of 2017 where the brand new open world Zelda gets second place for the game of the year to the 2D Sonic game?
I mean, this kind of is a repeat of 2017, that's true. Although, Breath of the Wild did not get second place for me, it got third place. Mario Odyssey got second place. Howard Drawson Zone. I like that one too. People are once again begging me, don't start the war again.
Oh, I need to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
You need to powder your nose.
Oh, yeah, that.
And that, again, guys, that's another situation where we didn't start the fire.
Come on, darlings. Honey, I'm sorry. Come on. Daisy did not want to get up.
Daisy never wants to get up.
She certainly doesn't.
Knuckles is going to throw a cartoon bomb. There it goes. Heil Russell Zone. That's good, too. I don't like how this boss goes away from you. I don't want him to fly up whenever I jump. Don't try to dodge me. I'll start a war over a dumb name. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I said earlier I didn't like, I'll let this play instead of immediately going super. I said earlier I didn't really care for Launch Base Act 2 in the prototype. This song, like, it's not a bad song. It just doesn't have the same, like, triumphant vibe as the first act. It seems a little too low-key to me, I guess. Oh, speaking of music, the Nintendo Direct version, like the Nintendo Direct Sonic Superstars trailer, like that song, like, man, I hope that's what the in-game music, what the in-game tracks are gonna sound like. I don't know, I haven't heard, is that, like, I know T. Lopes is doing some music for the game. Has it been confirmed whether or not that was one of his tracks or not? Or does anybody know? That's a good joke, Dylan Yoshi. I'll try to remember to tell Alicia about it when she gets back. Invisible Sun, yeah, I always wish they'd include a no super music option, but it's never seemed like their MO. I don't remember there ever being one in an official release. Kind of hinted it, but didn't outright say. Yeah, I didn't think it had been confirmed one way or the other yet. But yeah, in any case, the trailer music there was exactly what I want out of Superstars music. Justin VG says the super music is so weird in this. Yeah, I don't know if this is true or not. This is just kind of one of those things I heard on the internet, so take it with a grain of salt. I saw somebody claiming that the super music here, which was, you know, produced by, oh god, I never remember how to pronounce his last name, Jun Senoue? Okay, so somebody will correct me there. The longtime composer of lots of different Sonic songs, whose first name begins with June. The super music in Origins sounds like it was produced with, like, the same instruments that powered the Sonic 4 soundtrack. And I use powered extremely loosely there. And of course, that is very much unlike anything else that's in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, so that's why it sounds so out of place. Sonic 4 sound font, yeah. Sinoue, that's it, yeah. Yeah. Every time occasionally I'll be watching a video and somebody will you know, pronounce Jun Sinoue, and I'm like, I try to make a mental note. Remember, that's how it's done, and it never sticks. What boss? Oh yeah, they confirmed 12 zones for Sonic Superstars. Fantastic stuff. I was trying to figure out, there's this, like, sort of casino-y looking zone, with, like, a clown Eggman. But it also kind of looks to me like the second zone from Sonic Crackers. Is what it reminds, like, the ground especially reminds me of that. So I'm kind of wondering if that's, like, the third zone we've seen, or if that's some sort of a bonus area. They didn't make a big deal about it. There's never been any boss. Yeah, Big Arms is great. Big Arms is great. The boss and the song both. I love the way that they use the Sonic and Knuckles title screen as a little as a little interquel there. Interlude, not interquel. Yeah, Sonic 3 Complete did the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and lose my Chaos Emeralds here. Front-facing up-looking sprite. That's so good.
I'm back.
Welcome back! Yeah, I love 3DS Generations a lot more than a lot of people seem to. Even if I didn't love it, I would still be so glad that it happened just because it gave us that absolute banger of a Big Arms remix.
What did I miss?
Sonic? Yes, there was lots of talk about Sonic.
Yay.
Dylan Yoshi made a joke that I wanted to tell you about.
What was the
that I
joke?
thought you would appreciate. Some people have complained that Amy's moveset makes her too much like Sonic.
Yeah.
But that's appropriate because if you say Super Amy quickly, it would sound like Samey.
That is appropriate.
Do you like that?
I did like it. Fletcher Reed said, tell her the samey joke.
Yeah. See, I remembered.
We're good, guys. He got it.
Although if she'd read that first, it would have given it away.
That's true, I didn't. We're lucky.
So I'm glad I remembered. One more to go.
Ooh, there's a mod on Persona 5 Royal on PC that replaces Morgana with Sonic. Isn't that exciting?
Well, that's appropriate because Morgana, I think it's that game, has a Sonic costume she can wear. He can wear. Morgana's a boy.
Yeah, Morgana's boy.
In my defense, you, the biggest Persona fan I know, also has trouble remembering that.
I know.
Where is this thing? That's what being in purgatory feels like.
Running fast to get the ball.
Well, there's one more set of blue spheres that I need to find.
Oh. You can do it.
This is not usually a problem on this stage. Jeez. There it is.
Woo!
Oh, Dylan Yoshi says the complaint was that Amy's appearance in super form looks too similar to her normal form. Yeah, like, her super form looks exactly like what I expected to. Sonic gets special sprites and nobody else does.
Yeah, I was about to say, doesn't everyone else just kind of look the same?
Yeah, they just glow.
Oh yeah, that was P5 dancing.
Ah,
Royal.
gotcha.
I didn't think it was Royal.
In Sonic Forces, your avatar could have the Joker costume.
That's so cute! Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And then there was also costumes for knights and I think Samba de Amigo.
Cute, cute, cute.
But of course, what everyone focused on was the gamer hat.
Oh yeah, it's the best piece of clothing in the game.
How is Sega not, like, selling official replicas of the gamer hat?
They really should be selling the gamer hat, you guys.
I would buy a gamer hat. How else are people gonna know that I'm a gamer?
Yeah. You have to support your community in public. Oh yeah, Morgana was also in Monkey Ball, along with Sonic. roll them around.
God, like so many Sega characters were in Monkey Ball.
Mm-hmm. They should have put Kuramaru in Monkey Ball. Roll him around.
Oh, I missed the special stage.
That would have been cute.
It's hard to get back up there. It's fine. A year or two ago, I did like a relay race for Sonic 3 with Some Call Me Johnny and Benjamin Woodring and some other people. And as a result of that, I learned how to get, like, I think all of the Super Emeralds in Mushroom Hill Zone. Because, like, the goal was to, like, beat the game with all Super Emeralds.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember where they are so well now.
But you know everything about Sonic.
This is not true. And that's what's wonderful about it. Like, I've been playing these games for decades, and I still learn new things about them. Like those signs in Stardust Speedway or path swappers.
Those were unclear, though.
Or that you can press down in Sonic CD's special stage. Really, lots of things about Sonic CD.
Man, what if Seaman was in Monkey Ball?
Oh, man!
Night Owl's onto some shit. Yeah, and Knuckles and Amy. Did they put someone from Jet Set Radio in Monkey Ball?
I don't think so, but I could be wrong. It's been a while.
Just put everybody in a ball. Yeah, Gum or Beat would be the best choice.
Kiryu is in Monkey Ball.
I know, he's so cute. Where's Majima, though?
He looks so mad about it, too.
Yeah, he does. Daisy, get up here and stop messing around.
Kevin Velasquez says, I vaguely remember that marathon. Who won that race? I mean, I don't want to brag.
I think we all know. It was me.
Listen, it wasn't just any race. It was a special race to see who was the fastest. Oh, that didn't work. I keep trying to jump too early out of that, and it wasn't working.
I'm sorry.
BT Joe for Monkey Ball, there you go.
Yeah, roll him around.
Oh, see, Amy does not have invulnerability on her hammer. I see somebody else asking how Amy works. Well, there you go. She has like a hammer jump, which gives her increased range, but does not give her invulnerability the way that the Insta-Shield does.
Opal.
One thing I wish her name was in different colors like everyone else's is. Her name on the Sonic 3 score tally is the same as everybody else's, or is the same as Sonic's, rather.
Oh, boo.
Everybody else has unique colors.
I can't believe Knuckles has done this.
Why is Knuckles so mean to her? Let's see, I remember I wanted to go this way and get up here. And yeah, there's one.
You got it, dude.
Thanks, Michelle.
Yeah, it is crazy we're getting a new Samba de Amigo.
Oh, I know, that's so cool. I just hope we get, I hope we get a Maraca peripheral for it.
Yeah!
A buddy of mine, Jonathan, you know him.
I know him.
He has the Samba de Amigo maracas for the Dreamcast version.
Oh, that rules.
Like, Samba de Amigo, even with a controller, is pretty fun. Mm-hmm. But, like...
The maracas just add the extra spice, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Amy works like how most people think the Insta-Shield works. Well said, Invisible Sun. Most people do not know that the Insta-Shield makes you... It gives you, like, a couple of frames of invincibility. Mm-hmm. Yeah, before I'm done, I'm gonna play a boss rush with Amy. Because I really think that's gonna, like... She's gonna be really good at those. And also, I just love boss rush mode.
You do?
Yeah. You know, I thought there was one down here. I think I'm thinking back to one.
trust your opinion.
I just hope we get a new Rhythm Heaven.
Me too! Hasn't been a new Rhythm Heaven in so long.
Yeah, the last one was Mega Mix in 2018, I believe?
I think so.
Maybe 2017.
If it can happen to Samba de Amigo, it can happen to anyone.
Yeah. I'm doing terribly here.
I'm sorry. Oh, have a good night,
There we go.
MSO4. Salute.
Yeah, have a good night. Oh, congrats on reaching Big Yoshi.
Yeah, Big Yoshi!
I saw that while we were going to get food.
The holy boy.
Kay started replaying Mario RPG. She's a member of the Discord community. She started replaying Mario RPG right before the remake was announced.
Oh, Freezer wants to know who your favorite non-K Rule DKC boss is.
Ooh.
Hey, Pooter.
Okay, let me. That's.
He's got a mullet over.
That occupies such a different part of my brain from my Sonic knowledge. Let me shift gears for a moment here.
He has to enter his mind palace.
So, nobody from Returns or Tropical Freeze, because those bosses are... those bosses are generally not as good. Although that bear from Tropical Freeze, he was a lot of fun.
She said Oh, that's still Donkey Kong.
That's Donkey Kong, yeah.
My bad.
Of course, DK64 had some good bosses, too.
Yeah.
But as far, if we're just talking about the original trilogy, King Zing Sting comes to mind.
Ah, yes. King Zing Sting.
The boss of Crazy Crimland. That you fight as Squawks. I don't know, DKC3 had some good bosses too, though. I don't know. Let me get back to you on that.
He's got a mullet over.
Night Owl says my favorite DKC boss is Kiddy Kong. Who? was that like one of the Kongs from Jungle Beat? Because I never actually beat that game.
I mean, it's gotta be.
Must have been one of those enemy Kongs from Jungle Beat.
If it's someone even you do not know.
Backmaster the Polar Bear. Yeah, his fight just went on a little too long. You can kind of say that about, like, every boss in Returns and Tropical Freeze. Aside from the final bosses, I don't mind them being being a little bit on the longer side. Fun fact about this pulley, if you come up on the right side, then you won't be able to go up here.
Really?
Yeah, you'll just loop around, and you won't be able to get these bonuses.
Huh. Weird.
So if you want the fire shield, go up the left side.
Night Owl says Kiddy Kong was a tyrant who enslaved the Kongs and set fire to DK Isle, don't you remember?
Oh, was he one of the Tiki Tac tribe?
I bet he was.
Yeah.
A betrayer.
I kind of felt the same about Metroid Prime in general, but that was just me. Gray Fox Mark II said, normal Amy looks like she's made of strawberry ice cream. Special stage Amy looks like she's made of strawberry sorbet.
Either way, they're cute.
Yeah, her blue sphere sprites look kind of dark.
Yeah.
But, like, everyone's blue sphere sprites always looked a little bit weird,
Yeah.
so I just kind of took it as that. Alex Johnson wants to know, what do you think of Mario Wonder? I think it looks fantastic. I'm so happy.
I think it is too.
Like, we've been getting into this on the Discord server, but, like, depending on whether or not you want to count Mario Maker's campaigns as, like, mainline 2D Mario games or not, which there's a good argument either way, I think. But if you don't, then this is the first new 2D Mario game in 11 years.
Yeah, man. And it looks so good, all the animations and the art style.
Oh, I'm not in Sonic Mania. In Sonic Mania, if you try that, like, you'll float above the propellers.
Yeah, I can see why you would get those two levels confused.
Yeah.
Flying batteries on?
Well, it's also Flying Battery Zone in Mania. It's just
okay.
the Mania version of it. I don't trust this one. This one, about, like... like, I never know where the level timer is. So, I'd say 1 out of every 5 times I play this, if I just try to dash right through there. Yeah, that happens. Except it crushes me.
I'm sorry.
Like that! Like that thing crushed me. Yeah, like, I loved the new Super Mario Brothers games. I remember, like, when New Super Mario Brothers came out, like, that was so refreshing after, like, depending, again, if you want to count Yoshi's Island or not. Basically, it had been a very long time since the last 2D Mario game. And then when Wii came out, like, until 2012, the new Super Mario Bros. Series was very well regarded. But then, in the space of like 3 months, they came out with New Super Mario Bros. 2 for the 3DS, and New Super Mario Bros. U for the Wii U, one of which was like probably the biggest marquee flagship game for Nintendo's new console. And that's exactly the point where people's patience ran out on the new Super Mario Bros. Series.
Yeah, I was never big into it.
But, like, I think they're all, like, very well-designed platformers. But, nonetheless, I'm really happy to see Wonder, like, taking it in such a different direction.
Yeah, it has a lot of personality.
Because, yeah, regardless of how much I like New Super Mario Bros., like, all of its individual entries as games, like, the 4 of them were all quite similar to each other.
Yeah, this looks like a whole new, fresh thing. Oh, people keep saying new Super Luigi U. So 10 years.
Oh, yeah, true. Hey, you can't play as Mario in New Super Luigi U. It's not a mainline Mario game. No, it's fun. The funny thing about New Super Mario Bros. 2, I see somebody talking about that. David Pescatelli. Probably. It's funny because, like, Mario U, I was pretty excited about it, and I was moreover really just excited about the Wii U. But I didn't really have any strong opinions one way or the other on New Super Mario Bros. 2, and it wound up being, like, by far, like, I bet I played more New Super Mario Bros. 2 than I did the entire rest of the new series combined. Because, like, it had the coin rush mode, and, like, I love replay value so much.
Yeah, you do.
That, like, I just had such a good time replaying the same couple of levels over and over again, trying to set a better score on it. Like, I did a 3DS episode years ago where I talked about it. And yeah, I had so many coins in that game.
Oh, Darkwing, you asked about Metaphor. I think it looks really cool. I mean, I'm here for anything made by the Persona team. Or the director of Persona 3, 4, and 5. Well, that's exciting. A whole new IP. That's nuts. I'll be keeping an eye on it. And, oh, somebody else asked me a thing. Oh, Skyland! Oh, I love Final Fantasy 16. I've been obsessed with it since it came out.
Yeah, for those of you who weren't here earlier, The reason that she's not playing it right now is because I'm using the PS5 to play this.
Yeah.
Once I'm done, it's hers again. Once this stream is over.
But yeah, it's so good. I'm so invested. I was tearing up at a scene I was on, like, right before we started the stream.
Oh yeah, I saw during our break, Darkwing was saying the same thing on our Discord server.
Oh yeah, I wonder if we're at the same place.
I wonder.
I won't spoil anything, don't worry. It's so good, right?
Like, I knew that game was gonna be... I knew you were gonna love that as soon as we heard they were bringing, like, the Devil May Cry gameplay designer in.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it sounds intriguing to me, too, honestly.
Yeah, FF16 just came out yesterday.
It is a PS5 exclusive right now,
Yeah.
though.
I think it's gonna come out on PC.
It will, yeah.
Too long.
For sure.
But I'm so into it.
That boss is very boring.
It just wiggles its arms at you.
Yeah, I don't like bosses where you have... Really, I don't like anything in any video game that makes me have to wait for any length of time.
Oh, I know you don't.
And that includes bosses. I don't like bosses where I just have to wait. That's why I like the, That's why I like the original DKC trilogy bosses to the Returns of Tropical Freeze ones. Like, if I'm good enough to hit you, I want to be able to hit you.
I know. Really, you're just running up and down the walls.
Oh yeah, that comic. Alicia found a comic where it's like speedrunners when they have to wait for a door to open during a cutscene or something.
Yeah, and it's somebody skittering all around a room. Feral.
like cats do when they're going goblin mode.
And that's just him all the time.
Yeah, she turned to me, showed me the comic, and was like, hey, look, it's you all the time. Like, Flying Battery Zone is my least favorite level in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and it's because of, like, the waiting mechanics of the bosses, and especially those elevators. Which I'll get to once again here in a moment. And, like, it's not even a big deal! You spend, like, maybe 30 seconds on them, but I'm just like, let me go. Yeah, these. Come on.
Really?
Come on.
That's like 2 seconds.
Ugh! It's agonizing!
No patience.
Let me go!
Yeah, Final Fantasy 16 is an exclusive.
For now.
It's coming out on PC.
I mean, it'll probably come out on other consoles too, though, right?
I'm not sure. I know they said that it's gonna get a PC port sometime down the line. Freezer, no, it's not like that.
Like what?
Josh, if I'm good enough to hit you, I want to hit you, Alicia. No, he's just like that with every game. He's so impatient.
No, I'm not impatient. I
Yes,
just
you
want.
are.
I want to be playing the game.
You're
I don't want to not be.
When it comes to games, you are so impatient with that kind of thing. Like, if you have to talk to an NPC for 2 seconds.
If I'm playing the game, I want to be playing the game. Is that so much to ask?
Sometimes talking to an NPC is part of playing the game.
Patience are for hospitals.
Yeah, FF16 isn't open world, but it has, like, a lot of pretty big zones, which I like better. Owen the Nerd wants to know what your opinions are on Sonic Origins as a whole.
I mean, it's not like the absolute apex of what a Sonic collection could possibly be, but it's really damn good for what it is, especially with, you know, the new, like, adding Amy as a playable character, adding Knuckles and CD, the bug fixes they've made. Like, I think it's very easy to say this is definitely the best official release of the classic games there's ever been.
How do you play Shenmue when you have no patience?
Play it in
That
the
is what
year
Freezer wants to know.
You play it in the year 2000 when it's so technically impressive that it doesn't matter.
You played it recently, though, relatively.
Yeah, but I never, like, okay, here's the thing. I started a replay of Shenmue in 2015.
It's been slow going, huh?
So, a few months ago, I made it to the end of the first disc. Like, I enjoy Shenmue, but it's a slow burn.
but you can look at the capsule toys.
Exactly. No, there are games that I play and enjoy where, you know, you take things slower and just vibe. I'm not a Earthbound.
Okay, fair.
Tokimeki Memorial.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Super Mario RPG to an extent. Mario RPG is pretty dang fast paced though. But still.
We're going up.
Yeah, in this. Like, come on. Not doing anything, just waiting.
I'm sorry.
Just waiting. 7 out of 10, too much waiting.
Oh my god. In one level. He's creeping.
Aw.
Oh no.
There we go. That's how I'm playing Tears of the Kingdom, says Michael.
Yeah, I've been playing that game in, like, spurts.
Invisible Sun says, I think the drums are missing the moose track unless that's just the stream. Yeah, as we were talking about earlier, when I'm streaming, because we're in the living room, we're not using headphones or anything, my game audio is just being picked up from the TV through the same microphone I'm speaking into. So if I mute my microphone, that's out.
It's a really expert setup.
It really is, yes. I am a professional. I've been on YouTube for 10 years now, and I know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, people are saying the bean kept not showing up. Yeah, that's because I think my stream seems to be 30 FPS for some reason.
Oh, that's so weird.
People were talking about that earlier, but no, the game itself is 60. It took Josh 23 years to finish DKC Game Boy Color. That's true. No, it's funny. Normally, like, I'm good enough at reaction times that this sort of thing doesn't bother me. I remember when I was a kid, though, on DKC for Game Boy Color, where the sprites were the same size, but the screen size was so much smaller, Minecart badness was like a wall to me at one time. Because you have so much less... In Minecart Madness, you already don't have much time at all to react to things.
Yeah, those minecart levels are brutal. I don't know how anybody does those.
Yeah, thank you for the explanation, Par-E.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, like Sonic 2's shield. In the original Genesis game, not in Origins. In Origins, it's real transparency. But like when I first started doing YouTube videos were only 30 FPS. So like I had to be really careful when I was recording footage of Sonic 2 not to hold on to the shield, because if I did and I uploaded a video with it, then like you would either see one of two things. You wouldn't see the shield at all because it would flicker every other frame, which was good. Or you would just see the solid blue shield completely obscuring the character. Glad YouTube went to 60 FPS. It was a boon for video games in particular.
Yeah, that would be really annoying. That's what I have to add to that.
Ooh, did I miss some? I missed some blue spheres here. Oh no.
Oh no.
What did I do?
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't come around. I know what I did. Yeah, I wasn't gonna make it out of that though.
Uh-oh.
But I know exactly what I did. Yeah, 60 FPS YouTube videos were very shortly after I started. I think it was like late 2014, because I remember being annoyed because I had done my whole, my whole Classic Sonic season, and then they added it.
Oh, because of course.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is where I messed up. Yeah, I didn't come through. And go to the other side.
Yeah.
I
That's mean.
I think that's it. If I'm still missing some, I'm gonna be real confused.
That's so easy to miss. Oh no, you got it.
Yeah. Yeah, Darkwing says if you uploaded a 60 FPS video before 2014, it would turn 60 FPS. Yeah, the thing is, like, I was just starting out then. I did not have hard drive space. Now I have 6 billion external hard drives all over the place. But yeah, back then I was like, well, if they're not going to upload at 30 FPS or 60 FPS anyway, I'll just cap at 30 FPS.
You did it. You got them all. Now Amy can be Super Amy.
Oh, not Hyper Amy. That's weird. So what was she before? Because I noticed when I got all the Chaos Emeralds earlier, I didn't get a message that now Amy can be anything in particular.
I don't know.
I always thought the bottom half of this badnik looked like coconuts from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. That was always kind of...
Oh, it does! The legs. Oh.
Amy being small hurt her there.
You were too...
I don't think you can duck under and die like that as Sonic.
too distracted by the leggies.
Yeah.
She was Kaioken Amy, says Freezer.
There you go. She was pseudo Super Amy. Like from the Lord Slug movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you get me again. Ooh, but I am gonna look at these sprites. Yeah!
Oh, she's spinning.
Don't forget to drink water. Hydration is appropriate. Is important.
It is.
Let's see, I quoted you. I told you that I thought Sonic 3 and Knuckles would take about an hour and a half. Where are we at?
123.
Yeah, so not a whole lot more.
Give or take.
Yeah, might be a little closer to 2 hours. It was a little hard for me to say because I forgot that I was going to be getting the Chaos Emeralds.
Wow. Still, that's an impressive time.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's why she married me, folks.
Yeah, because he's really good at Sonic. There she goes.
Yeah, I'm gonna get 50 rings. I'm gonna see this. Super Amy.
Oh, yep. It's the same.
So, oh! There it is.
Oh! She could throw hammers! That's so cute!
Yeah, I saw that on... that was spoiled for me, but
Yeah.
on the bright side, it meant I knew to look for it.
That's really cool.
I wonder if Super Amy could always do that, and I just didn't try it until now because I thought you needed all the Super Emeralds.
I don't know.
Further testing is required. But yeah, that's fun. Just as fast as you can press it, hammers come out. Hammer Mario, yeah, exactly. She's a hammer sister.
Amy Belmont.
Castlevania mode. Yeah!
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll get him with the last hit, but this is the way to beat this guy. Come on. Before my rings run out, please.
You're not doing nothing.
Five Guys has a good question. Read it for me.
Oh, Josh, you get a new DKC but Diddy Kong is on the roster. Do you take
Kitty
that?
Kong.
Kitty Kong is on the roster. Do you take that deal or wait 3 more years for a new game announcement?
I guess we'll be waiting another 3 years, guys.
Take that, Kitty Kong.
No, it's funny. I said on Twitter the other day, people are like, oh, the monkey's paw curls and the new Donkey Kong game. You get a new Donkey Kong game, but it's Donkey Konga 4.
No.
And I was like, I'm so starved for Donkey Kong, I would take it.
I'm sorry.
Let me pan to Ariana Grande's hits from 7 years ago. As long as Donkey Kong is there, I will be happy.
You just want him to embrace you in his strong arms.
So, Donkey Konga 4, yeah, bring it on. But a new mainline Donkey Kong Country platformer with Kitty Kong in it, Go back to the drawing board, Nintendo. Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
I'm kidding. I would totally take that. I don't care.
But it wouldn't be ideal.
It would not be ideal.
Oh, the Sky Knight 100 says, it's fun watching this stream. Got into the channel through the Metroid vids. Think the Sonic vids got me to play most of the main entries, and I can happily say it made me a geek about Sonic.
Aw.
That's so nice! Thank you.
Yeah, it's always nice to hear people discovered, or at least understood the appeal of video game series that I love.
Yeah. Levi Church wants to know if you like the Mario movie.
Loved the Mario movie.
Yeah, it was really fun.
It's fantastic. Also, Donkey Kong was in it a lot, so that helped too.
It was great to see Donkey Kong.
And Diddy was in it.
And Cranky.
And Swanky Kong.
And Dixie.
And Chunky. And the movie said that Cranky Kong was Donkey Kong's father.
Exactly.
Which is the correct interpretation of events.
A ghost.
Just a little ghost. You released them from a capsule a little while ago. As you spend time in the level, the lights slowly go out. And if they go all the way out, then the ghosts, start trying to get you.
Oh no!
But you can pull those switches to turn the lights back on.
But they're so cute!
But to show you what I'm talking about, I will not. I will not do that.
I don't want you to get ghosted.
Oh, it's fine. The ghosts aren't very difficult, they're just spooky.
Oh,
yeah,
no!
see? Now they're big ghosts.
They're so mean!
And they don't attack you yet. But after just a little while longer, they start doing it.
Oh, Frieza said that she got into Metroid because of you.
Aw.
That's so nice! You guys are so great.
That's cool, because I partially got into Metroid because of you.
Aww! It all comes full circle.
Yeah, really, it's funny. 2016 was the year that I met you.
Yeah.
And we got together. And then at the end of that year, I made the Metroid series, and, that's where the Geek critique, after many, many years, finally sort of became, a successful thing.
Yeah, all because of your hard work.
And because of your love of Metroid.
Yeah, but mostly your hard work.
I'll take it.
I'm not gonna take credit.
Somebody said for the longest time I thought those ghosts had pointy witch noses.
Oh.
Yeah, I can totally see that.
Yeah. Whew.
Really, the collision boxes are so much better. There's a lot of things that I've been doing here that's it's sort of part of my standard, muscle memory playthrough of Sonic 3. That, it didn't always work as expected in Vanilla Origins. Or Origins as it was released before this patch. There's a part in Carnival Night Zone 1 where you come, careening down a slope. And there's that orange, inner tube thing that if you touch the side of it, it'll suck you in and pull you onto a different path. But normally, you have so much speed that you don't fall into that. But in Origins, because the collision worked just slightly differently in this way that was, probably that you wouldn't even know about if you weren't, like, super familiar with the Genesis games to begin with. But because it works slightly differently, like, you would just, like, bounce directly into that spot and, like, go on a different, slower path. But that does not happen anymore, so I'm really glad they fixed it up. Another person asking, were you the bird dad lady in the Metroid vids?
I am.
Yeah.
That was me in the past.
That was my girlfriend at the time.
Now I'm wife. Oh, June Amelia Rose wants to know how we met. On the internet.
Where else?
Internet dating.
Yeah, I would tell you what site we met on, but the site has gone to crap since we met on it, so I'm not even going to promote them.
Yeah, we were long distance at first. I lived in South Carolina.
But the thing was, when I was filling out my profile on this site, apologies if you've heard this story before.
Yeah.
I tell it a lot. But on this site, when you were, like, it had dedicated spaces for you to put in, like, your favorite music, your favorite movies, your favorite TV shows. And I was like, you know, like, video games are, like, way more important to me than any of that.
Yeah.
So I just made my own space for. Oh well, I thought I was going to make it. I made my own space to list off my favorite video games, and you know, I'd been on the site for a few months. I'd had. Because I was a man on a dating site, I had nearly 3 conversations with actual people in that time. But eventually, like, one night I just went on there and I found her profile. Like, you know, it had this, like, distance selector, so I put it to the maximum. Because, like, I was like, yeah, you know, let's broaden our search as much as we can.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, it said, like, how far away you were. And, like, I would not have ordinarily messaged somebody who was that far away from me. But Alicia was the only person that I had encountered in my time on that site who had also made her own video game section.
Yeah, because I had a similar thought.
Exactly.
Video games are the most important to me out of all these things.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And that's why I messaged her. And just within, like, 10 minutes of talking, we were both so engaged, and we were both so, like, sparks were flying, and we were talking, we were, like, having like 3 simultaneous conversations about Metal Gear and Undertale and, like, the games that we liked, and just, God. On some level, it's one of those cases where, like, I just knew instantly.
Yeah, me too. Welcome to the Mushy Gushy Romance Hour.
Yeah.
But,
and that's how we met.
Yeah, it was just a perfect storm of things lined up for us to be able to talk.
Yeah.
Oh man, Freezer said that they were long distance between Texas and Australia.
Yeah, God, we thought we were long distance.
Yeah. There's an ocean there.
Yeah. This story is better than most romance novels. Well, thank you.
Video games will bring you together.
And now I can just stand here.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah, congrats on the engagement, Freezer.
Oh yeah, congrats, Freezer! Woo!
Just Andre says, don't worry, Josh, I've also been on the site you're avoiding naming, and I also made my own video game section.
It's dumb they don't give you the option.
No, we read a couple years ago. Like, that site was great back in the day. It was honestly the only dating site or dating platform that I liked at all.
Yeah.
But we read a couple of years ago that they basically just were like, okay, but we want to be Tinder now.
Yeah.
It's like, well, glad we were both on there when we were.
Yeah. Exactly. Perfect storm of things.
Well, you want to talk about a platform where you have 0 conversations with real people.
Yeah.
Tinder.
Tinder, yeah.
As a man.
I'm sure if some people make good connections on there, find what they're looking for, but yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even try with that one.
I saw very quickly that it was extremely pointless to do so.
Andre is Alicia's catfish account. No. Oh god, how far away were we? Like 200 and something miles?
Yeah, from East Tennessee to, I don't know, how would you...
I mean northern South Carolina.
North, South Carolina. Yeah, we were about 3 hours away from each other. Like, I think the distance selector was like max 300 miles. You couldn't set it for higher than that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty rough, but it was worth it. Look
Absolutely. Oh no! That doesn't normally kill me, huh?
I'm sorry.
No, honestly, like, Alicia was so free. Like, she ticked all of my boxes, including the boxes that I was not even aware of. To the point that, like, when we were first getting to know each other, like, she would tell me stuff and I would message my friends and I'd be like, okay, I feel like somebody is playing a prank on me. Because there's just no way!
Yeah, I know I told you I liked wrestling one night, and you were like, what?
Yeah, because I had done my whole thing where I reveal, hey, don't think this is, you know, like, I like wrestling. Because, you know, you get a pretty consistent response when you tell people you like wrestling.
Yeah.
But no, you were just like, I watch New Japan.
Yeah. Me and my brother had just, like, started watching New Japan and Lucha Underground at the time.
And I was just like, what the fuck? I think that was one of the cases where I messaged Lennon and was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, not seriously, it's just,
Oh,
it was hard to avoid the thought.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts, just all the stuff we hit it off on.
Yeah, it really was. Again, glad we were on that side when we were.
Yeah, at the time we were.
Because like I said, without you, I might have never made that Metroid video. In which case, my career may be very different.
I would not take credit for that, though.
No, I mean, I know.
Absolutely not.
It's just you were a big part of getting me thinking about it again, you know?
Well, I'm glad I could help.
And you were fantastic in the Bird Dad segment.
Thank you.
Haven't seen Kaylin since Alicia entered your life. Maybe it is an elaborate break from your friend.
Man, I've got some mad dedication to the bit, then.
Yeah, for real.
I've bought several consoles.
You've moved across the country.
I know!
Well, not across the country.
No, across 2 states.
There you go. You have not moved as far as Freezer's partner did.
No. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm glad it worked out for you guys, too.
Yeah. Ooh, Owen the Nerd asks, any advice for dating long distance?
I mean, I think the most important thing for us was just communicating.
Yeah, I mean, that's true of any
of
relationship.
But,
yeah.
you know, just making sure you find time for each other.
Yeah,
even
exactly.
If it's just, like, talking on the phone or FaceTiming.
Yeah. There was never a day where we didn't at least text each other.
Yeah. Like, don't make anyone feel like an afterthought, you know?
Yeah. I don't know, it's been so long since we were long distance, it's a little...
And we both took turns going to see each other.
Yeah. Or sometimes we would meet up in the middle.
Yeah, that too. I mean, I don't know how far away you guys are from each other.
Yeah, if we weren't, you know, I mean, 3 hours is a lot, but it isn't unbearable.
Yeah.
It isn't like the kind of drive that you would take where it would take the whole day.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, make time for each other.
Oh, that's hard.
Stay communicative. What?
He says that they're going from having to... They were in the same high school, but now they're in different states for college.
Oh, yeah. See,
rough.
It'd be hard because, like, we started long distance, you know?
Yeah.
It would be... It would be much harder to get used to having you around like I do now, and then go to being long distance. Jeez. I mean, of course we could do it, but man, I'd be sad.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's like the best thing I can say is just make time for each other. Make sure you're checking in. If like the distance starts to feel like a problem or anything, just make sure you talk it out and think of things that you could do to make things a little better, you know?
Yeah, I think one very important thing for any relationship, long distance or not, is just talking, like communicating well enough that you're able to get on the same page.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to recognize that, like, when you have disagreements, when you have problems, when you have issues, like, the problem that you're facing shouldn't be each other.
Yeah.
The problem that you're trying to fix should be, like, something that you're both approaching with the intent to, you know, make the relationship better.
Yeah, it's like you guys versus the problem.
Exactly.
Yeah, sorry, I don't mean for this to turn into the relationship hour. But yeah, I know it's tough though. But yeah, Georgia and Tennessee, I mean, you're still kind of close, but that's still pretty far.
Yeah, Georgia and Tennessee, that's... Depending on where she is in Georgia, that's... or whether you guys are, you may be closer than we were.
Yeah.
Like, I went to Georgia for WrestleMania once. Once again, I saw somebody like, you like wrestling? Yes, I like wrestling.
Oh, he likes wrestling.
I like it more than you do, I think.
I
and you love
wrestling,
it.
So. Oh no, don't apologize. I just hope we're telling you things that are helpful.
Yeah, I'm happy to offer advice. We've had
No, we know the struggle. It's hard.
Yeah. Fletcher Reed says, wow, Amy just mopped the floor with Knuckles. I wasn't even paying attention.
Oh!
I have, like, I was talking about this a little bit earlier when I was playing Sonic 2, but, like, I've played these games so much that they're, like, this zen-like meditative experience for me. I do not have to pay a whole lot of attention to play them. And that goes back to high school, because, you know, you're in high school, you're dealing with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You have a lot of drama, you're figuring a lot of stuff out. So when I like needed to think about things, I would play Sonic games on the Genesis.
I would play Kingdom Hearts and get in my feelings.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, Freezer. I like Animorphs. I haven't read all the books or anything. I read a few when I was a kid. I mean, I think it's hardcore and the message is really good.
Yeah.
I have lots of respect for K.A. Applegate.
For real. All the respect in the world for her. Like, reading the ending of Animorphs, and her message about what she intended it to be.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, I read all that for the first time, like, 3 months before 9/11.
Yeah.
And, like, I know that that impacted how I processed all of that so much. And so much for the better.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think I read every Animorphs books, but I read a good majority of them.
My mom used to read them to us at night.
Oh, well, that's... I don't know if that's a good bedtime story for children.
Well, we didn't
like,
read the darkest one.
Okay. She can probably kind of filter them out.
Yeah. Oh, little paw. Oh, usually it was Kingdom Hearts 2. That one had me in my feelings a lot. Skyland. Oh, we did see the Animorphs Mario meme where he's warping into the elephant.
God, that happened so fast, too.
People work so fast.
I think that was like less than an hour after the direct that I saw that. Extra life out here. Also, if you jump off of here and go to the left, you'll end up back at the very beginning of the stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. She didn't traumatize us. The one I remember the most is the one where I think they go to a movie and... Oh no, what's the prince's name?
Axe.
Axe, yeah. He like gets addicted to M&Ms or something.
Yeah!
I remember that one very clearly because I thought that was hilarious, but
Yeah, like, the mimetic idea of like, what people always talk about with Animorphs is all the hardcore shit that happens in the books.
Yeah.
But don't let that give you the impression that the books are, like...
Yeah, like, all terror and
gory,
doom
terrorizing, yeah. There's lots of, like, really funny moments, really lighthearted moments, really heartwarming moments.
Yeah.
And really harrowing moments about the terrors of war.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, have a good night, Azrael.
Have a good night, Azrael.
I hope you
Thank you
enjoyed
for
the
watching.
relationship advice.
Had to stay for the relationship advice.
Amy's like, yeah, I killed that guy.
Yeah, it's funny how when in the 90s, when video games had super over-the-top, cartoony, utterly ridiculous violence, like in Doom and Mortal Kombat, that caused a moral panic.
Yeah.
But Animorphs, because it was a book,
Yeah.
could get away with that. Could get away with, you know, depicting things that were much more psychologically terrifying.
I don't know. Courage the Cowardly Dog fucked me up.
I did not like that show as a kid.
I loved that show when I was a kid. Because, I mean, you know me now. I love a good ookum spookum.
Yeah.
But I'm a big old chicken. I loved that show when I was a kid, but it scared me. Some episodes did.
Yeah, I don't think it scared me. I just remember being like, "Hey, this is dumb. This is trying too hard to be." I was like almost a teenager by that point, though. By the time we finally got
That's
Cartoon
true.
Network. But I loved Dexter's Lab. Loved Powerpuff Girls.
Me too.
Did not like Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
I didn't like Ed, Ed, and Eddie that much.
I liked Courage the Cowardly Dog way more than Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Yeah.
But I was never really one for that sort of like that Ren and Stimpy-ish sort of thing.
Yeah, see, I didn't like Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah. Tiny Toons, though. Tiny Toons ruled.
Yeah, I was too little for Tiny Toons, I think.
That makes... I was too when it was originally airing, but it eventually came on Nickelodeon.
Oh yeah, I got scared of some episodes of Are You Afraid of the Dark, too. I was a big wimp as a kid, though.
Yeah, same here. Like, anything... I would rarely watch Are You Afraid of the Dark? And when I would, it wouldn't scare me, but I was, like, more afraid of it scaring me, and I didn't want that.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I can't really watch horror movies, but a good horror game or a spooky book, I'm all about that shit. But when I was a kid, I still like spooky stuff, but I just could not fucking handle it at all.
Yeah, I remember us playing PT.
Oh yeah, that fucked my shit. I could not sleep the night after I played that, and I was fucking...
Yeah, and you didn't even play it, you watched me play it.
No, I did play it when it first came out.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because Richard was like,
Oh,
hey,
yeah, that's right.
hey, you should check out this game. It's really cool, and he didn't tell me what it was.
Well, obviously, he wanted it to be a pleasant surprise for you.
Yeah, and it was. It was really good, but it freaked me the fuck out. I just hadn't played a horror game like that, you know?
Yeah. PT was great, and it's a shame
Yeah.
that there is no official way to play it now.
I know. That really sucks. Oh, Profile BFB wants to know what shows we like as kids. Like you said, Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, Courage the Cowardly Dog. I love Cat Dog and Rugrats and all the Nicktoons.
Any anime you got into as a kid?
As a kid, I mean, God, I found Full Metal Alchemist when I was like 12. And I loved Pokemon when I was a kid, and Hamtaro.
Of course. See, as a kid, as like a preteen, the only anime that I ever saw was Pokemon, of course.
Yeah.
But before that, Sailor Moon.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I watched Sailor Moon too, but I was very small.
Yeah.
When Sailor Moon
That makes
was out.
sense.
I had a Chibiusa figure before I knew she was the worst. No offense if you like Chibiusa.
Chibiusa was apparently always very popular in Japan.
Really?
But in the U.S., for one thing, I think just especially at that time, I guess we had a little bit more disdain for like cutesy characters.
Yeah.
Which is funny because it's Sailor Moon and like what
everyone's cute.
What else is it?
Yeah.
But also the original English dub of Sailor Moon gave her like a very annoying kid voice.
Yeah, they did. They did her dirty.
Which probably also made her rather unpopular.
Yeah. I mean, I get where her deal is. I just don't. And all that stuff with Mamoru is just weird, but I mean, anime. What do you think?
Back then we called her Rini.
Oh, I loved Yu-Gi-Oh too when I was a kid. I had like so many cards. They're still kicking around here somewhere.
But for me to answer the question in my case, like I was absolutely a child of Golden Age Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I was too.
the Nicktoons era.
SpongeBob, as you all know.
Ah, yeah, SpongeBob, the show that ended the Golden Age of Nickelodeon.
SpongeBob owns, you hater.
Yeah, SpongeBob.
I showed you really liked.
Yeah, SpongeBob is great. I was just getting to be too old for something so silly.
Oh, sorry. Oh, and Dragon Ball 2, of course. I watched it on Toonami. And One Piece. Even the horrible 4Kids dub of One Piece. I was watching that shit. Oh, and G Gundam! I loved G Gundam when I was a kid, when they were showing it on Toonami. I need to watch that again. G Gundam owns. I challenge you to a Gundam fight match.
Weirdly enough, for some reason, when I was a kid, my favorite Nicktoon of them all, though, was Doug.
Aw, it's very slice of life.
It is, yeah. I guess I just found it a little more relatable.
Yeah.
I think that's what I liked about it.
Oh, Keshi HD, I feel you there. I mean, I grew up with a religious dad. He never made me burn my Pokemon cards, but I do remember going to church with him one time, and one of the parents asked the preacher about Pokemon cards, and he very ominously said, "Pokemon, pocket monsters," with
God.
like vicious disdain. So I feel like I was only a couple steps away from that.
It's funny the things that we would have a moral panic about back then.
I know, fucking Pokemon. Come on. Oh, and Angry Beavers. Can't believe I forgot Angry Beavers.
Ooh, yeah, Angry Beavers ruled. Hey Arnold, yeah. Hey Arnold kind of like took Doug's place once that went to Disney as like the slice of life Nicktoon.
Yeah, Hey Arnold was like one of my absolute favorites.
Yeah, same here.
And it also had its fair share of creepy episodes.
Funny thing is, I think it was like the pilot episode or the first episode of Hey Arnold aired as a short before the Harriet the Spy Nickelodeon movie.
And did it?
Yeah, like before it ever aired on Nickelodeon. I remember seeing it there.
Man, I do not remember that.
You probably didn't see Harriet the Spy in theaters.
No,
you would have been very little.
I remember seeing it on like VHS
Yeah.
later.
A kid's introduction to Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Oh, also, here's a very cute thing that shows you how innocent I was when I saw Harriet the Spy.
Oh God.
You know this story, don't you?
Yeah.
There's this line where, so Harriet the Spy, I think she's like a middle schooler. The main character, Harriet. She's talking about, I haven't seen this movie in like 20 years, so I may be getting the details wrong. But at one point she says that like, so-and-so, this popular girl at school that she doesn't like very much, she's like, so-and-so thinks she's cool because she spent the summer growing boobs. And as a child, I remember thinking, I wonder why growing a plant would make you cool.
That's so cute.
I did not know what that was.
You did not know about the bosoms.
I did not know. I was like a very innocent kid because like I didn't have any older siblings to tell me about anything.
Yeah.
So very often I would like adults would be incredulous and think that there's no way he doesn't know that. But I really didn't know things.
Yeah, and your parents had to come in and be like, no, he really doesn't know.
No, he really doesn't know that. Like, you know, the Banana Fofana song.
Oh, yeah.
We had a student in my class named Tucker. So like
so you can see where this is going.
I sang the Banana Fofana song about him, and of course my classmates, oh, you're in trouble, and I had no idea why.
Yeah.
And they went and told the teacher, and they brought my mom in, and she's like, no, he really doesn't know that.
Narcs, the lot of them.
Kids are narcs, that's true.
Kids are narcs.
They delight in getting other kids in trouble. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, I'm about to beat one of my favorite video games. Haven't even been paying attention to this at all, honestly.
Yeah, kind of been going off on a lot of stuff.
Oh man. That happens if you're not careful.
You can do this.
Oh, I know. Although now I have to do it with no rings.
Uh-oh.
See, that's what it is. I did that on purpose because I wanted a challenge.
Yeah, there it is.
Darkwing says he got in trouble for snapping his fingers in frustration.
Oh, they thought you were flipping the bird. That's dumb. My brother got in trouble for crotch chopping like Degeneration X.
That makes sense. I can see him doing that.
Yeah. I think a lot of kids got in trouble for that.
Yeah. I'm gonna focus here. See, normally I use the insta-shield to help avoid that laser. Mm-hmm. But as Amy, I do not have that.
Oh, have a good night, night owl.
Yeah, thanks for being here. There we go. Got in trouble for telling another kid to shut their pie hole.
How could you?
No, this was. I'll tell you a story of childhood Josh trauma.
Oh.
This was legit something that really scared me as a kid. When I was in first grade, we had this system where if you got in trouble for if you were in trouble, then the teacher would first write your name on the board as a warning, and then if you got in trouble again, she'd put a check mark next to it. And if you got 3 check marks, you were just sent to the principal's office immediately.
Yeah.
And one time I'm sitting there, and she's talking, and as she's talking, she writes my name on the board, and I have no idea why.
Aww.
She does not stop. She doesn't stop her lesson. She doesn't stop what she's talking about. She just writes my name on her board. And then just a few seconds later, she puts a check mark next to it. And again, I do not know what's going on.
Yeah.
She puts 3, grabs my wrist, and drags me to the principal's office, and I still don't know what's going on, and I'm crying.
Aww, well, yeah.
I'm like in first grade, so I have no idea what's going on.
Story is stupid.
Yeah, she was mad at me because unconsciously I was rolling my pencil back and forth on the desk.
You monster.
But she didn't tell me not to!
Yeah,
How was I supposed to know?
Yeah, that's someone on a power trip.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah. She could have just said, hey, stop rolling the pencil. But
Yeah.
no, we had to go nuclear about it.
Yeah. Even the principal was confused as to why I was there.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Because that's stupid.
But yeah, that was scary.
Poor baby Josh.
And I've hated authority ever since!
Yeah!
Got in trouble for saying the F word in 2nd grade, so did I. Banana wanna faux fucker. There you go.
What?
What?
I got in trouble on my 2nd day of year 12, 12th grade, by the head of IT for supposedly hacking all the computers in the school. He thought I was working as an undercover for the Board of Studies.
Jeez.
Lord. Yeah, some adults just be on a power trip.
Yeah, most of my teachers weren't too bad, but like the student aides, they...
Yeah.
Like, it was like they hated children. Shout out for Hirokazu Yasuhara!
Woo!
Hope he gets to work on another Sonic game. Yasuhara was the lead game designer for Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles.
Oh, I got in trouble one time because another kid pressed a button on my Squirtle Pokemon Sea-Watch.
What did that do? Make it say Squirtle?
Yeah, it made a Squirtle sound, and
Ugh.
I got in trouble. I had to go take it off.
I got framed one time in 3rd grade because a kid fell down next to my desk and then went and told the teacher that I had tripped him.
What an evil child.
He was an evil child!
Prison!
Hello, Diego G!
Hello.
Carol, yas! Got in trouble because my Digimon wasn't on silent, so it made Loud hungry.
No.
Yeah, Tamagotchis pretty quickly got banned for being too much of a distraction in elementary school.
Yeah, which sucks.
Like, I was in 4th grade when Tamagotchis really blew up.
Yeah.
Brad Buxer, huh? Weird.
That's a weird way to spell Tommy Tallarico. I'm sorry. It's a dead horse at this point.
But he said it so many times that all you can do is you can't kill it anymore.
Yeah.
It was a dead horse when he kept saying it.
That's true. Good point. See, yeah, I was a very quiet kid too, so usually I stayed out of trouble. When I did get in trouble, I was not good at self-advocating either. I get that.
Yeah, what Darkwing said.
Yeah.
What I always hated as a kid is when adults would ask you why you did something and then be unsatisfied with "I don't know."
Yeah, sometimes kids just do shit, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Like, as a kid, you're not good at articulating your own thought processes. You don't necessarily do things for reasons that would make sense to adults.
Yeah. Your friend snitched you out for your Hot Wheels?
I tell you.
My God.
Yeah!
Aw, yay.
Finally get Super Amy, too. On one of the end cards.
Look at her glow.
What would you guys do if you knew a friend who wanted to trade Pokemon cards with you, but he wanted nothing in return, only to then visit you with his mom and accuse you of stealing them?
Oh my God.
Jeez.
What is wrong with some kids?
Oh, Amy's on this screen now.
Yay! She's so cute.
Nah, I had a couple of neighbors who kept coming over and stealing things when I was a kid. Like, another kid moved in across the street and
Yeah.
very quickly gained a reputation.
Yeah, he was a little snot.
Darkwing says teachers have gotten better from what I've seen, but some people just shouldn't be in education. Yeah, Darkwing's in education.
Oh, are you? That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad things have gotten better.
Yeah.
I mean, I see the shit teachers have to put up with. They do not get paid enough. It's just, if there's a teacher who's out to be an asshole, they can cause a lot of damage.
Oh, I can watch the ending again now.
Hey.
Yeah, let's go do that. Oh, this is mission mode. I know what mission mode. Yes, yes. I'll do this later. Museum, movies. Yeah, Tyson Hesse said on... Tyson Hess? Is it Hesse or Hess?
I always said it has.
I think it's Hess. Anyway, he said on Twitter that this ending... Which is where? There it is. This ending was meant to directly tease Sonic Superstars. Which was in development at the time.
Oh.
But wouldn't be revealed for another year. It's kind of funny because what it wound up doing was making it look like Amy was like really needed to be a playable character in Sonic Origins.
Yeah.
Even though it was meant to tease Superstars, but hey, now she is. Also, I really hope this city that they end in here, I hope this isn't going to be a level in Superstars, because I love the look of this place.
Yeah, I like it too. I love being a good city level.
It looks like the city backgrounds from Sailor Moon. Actually.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Just not quite as bubbly and pastel-y.
But alright, I think I'll play a little bit of a Game Gear game, and it will be Sonic Blast.
Jesus
God,
Christ.
that sounds good. Some people were thinking that that's what was messed up about the Game Gear sounds. No, the Sega sound effect always sounded like that on the Game Gear.
Real good and crunchy.
It was just very, very compressed. This is the only time you got to play as Knuckles on the Game Gear, though.
Oh. Darkwing Spartan says, Do you think you'll platinum this?
Well, not Sonic Blast, but yes, I will definitely... Look, I got all the achievements on the Switch, or on the Steam version. I got everything. The Switch version doesn't even have achievements, but I got everything in there anyway.
Finally, a good game.
Well, see, now I'm just playing as Red Amy.
Yeah. Hello, Francis.
Hi, Francis.
They came in to say hi.
But no, what's actually weird about the emulation of the sound of the Game Gear games is that, like, the stereo sound is, like, offset just a little bit, so you hear everything a little bit twice. And it's only noticeable to me on, like, some sound effects, but again, as we've stated throughout the stream, I tend to have pretty bad hearing.
Yeah.
Apparently you can set your the sound to mono, and that fixes it entirely. But it's weird that you'd have to do that.
You don't want to hear everything twice.
And somebody in my Discord server said, "Ah!"
Fucking hell, man.
Somebody in my Discord server said that they thought maybe that's what the Game Gear sounded like if you plugged headphones into it. Like the hardware did that, so maybe it's intentional.
Maybe.
But I'll have to check that with my Game Gear after I get done with this stream, which I'm just about to be done with. Okay, let's see surprise here. I got most of them.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I made it a point to not look at these at the start of the stream. Okay, make a good future as Knuckles. Use Knuckles glide. Use Knuckles climb. Get the wacky workbench Eggman. Okay, I think I remember where that is. As Amy or Knuckles. So basically, I just need to play wacky workbench as Knuckles and do all this stuff. I can do that.
You can do that.
That'll be the easiest way of doing it. This has to be the easiest bonus in Sonic history. I mean, aside from the Eggman statue, yeah, this is pretty simple.
Yeah. Keshi HD wants to know what even is a Game Gear. They've never seen one.
The Game Gear is Sega's 4th generation portable system. It competed directly with the Game Boy in the early 90s. It did pretty well for itself as far as competition for the Game Gear goes. Many tried, all failed, but the Game Gear did pretty well. It had a good couple of years. Also, the Game Gear had, like, more Sonic games than the Genesis did. They put so many Sonic games on the Game Gear. Let's see. There's like an area with blue blocks somewhere around here. I think I'm too far back.
Skyland wants to know, so Sonic Superstars will likely win Game of the Year, but that begs the question, what will be second place? And Duskus Catball said the Gollum game, obviously.
Obviously, there you go, thank you. Like, my silence wasn't because I was thinking, it was because I was like, what the fuck do you mean, what second place?
Obviously.
Honestly, it's a toss-up whether Superstars is even going to take first place. I mean, with that Gollum game, like, I've never been a Lord of the Rings fan, as talked about in the Black Knight episode.
But you were always a Gollum fan. I never quite understood it, but...
Yeah, I was just like, Gollum should get his own game, and it should rival Sonic 06 in terms of splendor. And so it did, and so it does.
Man.
It's been a long time since we've had a game like that come out.
Yeah. Yeah, it really has. Just an absolute disaster.
Like, I really want to play it, to be honest with you. Like,
It looks like the exact kind of game you despise.
I know. But, like, when a game comes out and it gets reviews like that, like with Cyberpunk, when that came out and everybody was pissed off about it, I was like, I want to try.
Yeah, that was probably the last huge disaster. Or, no, I guess it would be the GTA collection.
Yeah, was that after Cyberpunk?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah. Okay, so there have been more than I thought.
Yeah.
Game disasters.
On occasion. Okay, I think it's somewhere around here. Because I remember there's these blue blocks, and then... Oh, God. Or did I go too far? Oh, yeah, I went too far. Okay.
Out of your Vector wants to know if Knuckles makes this level any more bearable.
I mean, I haven't played with Knuckles in CD like hardly at all. But when I first woke up this morning, I bought the Mania Plus on add-on on Switch, and I did not play as Amy because I wanted to save that for the stream. But I messed with Knuckles in Sonic CD a little bit, and just his skill set is such a natural fit for what you do in Sonic CD. It's actually really nice. Okay, let's try. I believe this is the way I went last time. So let's try staying a little further down here, like rappelling down the wall here. Oh yeah, that's it, I think. Next to that pass signpost. Yeah, there it is. Oh, but I need to go into the bad future. The Eggman statue isn't here, that's right. Okay, gotta do a time warp. Alright. Oh, actually, that would be a good place to do it, right down there.
Yeah, this looks like a really hard level to do that.
It's just like the joke I made years ago was like, it's like the level designer was like, what if the floor bounced you up really high? And that was it, and then they were done.
Yeah.
And then they just dotted random moving platforms everywhere.
Excellent. That's game design.
Yeah, I keep calling Origins Plus Mania Plus because I'm so used to saying that.
They're very similar.
Okay. Although, actually, I need to be here because I need to make a good future in this level. But the Eggman statue is only in the bad future. Oh, well, I guess not. I'm in the bad future, God!
Yeah, you just went there.
I got this confused with the past. Now I need to go to the past. So I can make a good future. You know what, I'm just gonna pick an easier level to make a good future, and I don't want to be in Wacky Workbench Act 1 anymore.
I'm so sorry.
Act 2 is fine. Act 1, ugh.
Diego G wants to know if you're excited for the brand new Peach game. I'm excited. I mean, we've barely seen anything. But...
Yeah, I'm very happy to see it. She deserved another shot after Super Princess Peach.
Yeah.
Ooh, new sprite! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, Wacky Workbench 2 is a lot better. I think if Act 1 were more like Act 2, I wouldn't mind it so much. Okay, I'm really glad about this too. I don't know if they fixed this in Sonic 1 and 2, but I just noticed Knuckles in CD does his like quick spin dash out of a glide thing. Like where you can drop out of a glide, and then if you hit spin dash while he's in that crouching animation, like you can take off from it much faster. Even Mania got that wrong. And you can also do it skidding out of a glide like that. Still no Frontiers update. Jeez, they're making you guys wait.
Man, really? Nothing?
Yeah, it was supposed to be out today.
Jeez.
So let's see, that should have been...
Profiler, your bully sucked. Should have been able to play Thomas the Tank Ninja with your pals.
Yeah!
They got told on to the teacher.
One more. Make a good future as Knuckles. I assume that's what that means. It's probably not beat the whole game. And we'll just do Palm Tree Panic 1. And accidentally connect to the internet.
Just like a millennial.
Are millennials known for accidentally connecting to the internet?
Well, you can't live without it so much.
I really can't, though. Jeez.
You connect to it subconsciously.
Where the hell is it I need to spin dash? Ooh, we're gonna see his sprite.
Aw.
Yeah, there's a mod for the PC version of this that gives you, like... How do I put this exactly? It gives, like, in the past, normally you get the same music in both the US and Japanese soundtracks. But various people have actually made, like, past remixes of the US tracks. So there's a mod for Origins on PC that puts those into the past. Which is nice, makes it more consistent. You can climb the big wall by wall climbing the beginning. Yeah, I noticed that. So I bet that did it. And I think it's just going to be this picture.
Oh, so cute.
It is a cute picture. Oh boy, 100 coins! That's what I needed. Oh, they added cheat codes.
Neat.
If you don't know those. But that's cool.
Aw. Knuckles has a pie.
He does.
Perhaps he baked the pie.
I bet it's a grape pie.
I bet it's a good ass pie.
Oh, I think it has grapes on it, on the front of it there.
Maybe, or some
A
kind of
purple.
candy.
Yeah. Eggman is plotting back there. He has an evil present.
Oh, a very mean present. It's underwear.
What? For who?
Well, I just wouldn't like getting underwear as a present.
Oh. Okay.
Or socks.
And I think tutorials in here.
Skyline, I do love Final Fantasy XIV. It's just like so much to keep up with. It's like one of the few MMOs I can really get into. Mostly just because the world is so cool and the story's so good. But yeah, I kind of fell off just because it's so much.
Alright, I'm going to try doing a boss rush, and this will be the last thing we do. Because we've been going forever, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh. See, if you let go, you're fucked. Sonic characters are infamous for wearing underwear.
Exactly. Yeah, so that would be an evil present if they don't wear underwear.
Okay, I can do better than that. Get ready to watch me fight this boss 14 times.
Yeah, Darkwing Spartan, FF14
That
is a
works.
lot. I mean, they let you skip, I think, the first part of the main story now. But even then, it's still a lot. It is free to play up to a certain point, though. So, you know, if you ever just wanted to give it a try.
We've both got a hammer.
Ooh, who's gonna win?
No, that was dumb. I struggle with this boss in widescreen. In 4x3, you can just stand on top of the pillar and repeatedly spin dash him. Come on, I can get one. I can get one good one in here. Have a good night, Dreadtroid.
Bye, Dreadtroid! Nice.
You gotta wait until he gets like halfway to you.
Nice.
Good enough. You know, I thought that might work with the hammer, but it didn't.
Oh. Just Andre says, Josh, you're not intentionally dragging out the time that Alicia doesn't get to play Final Fantasy 16.
No! What are you guys talking about? I'm clearly doing this as fast as I can.
Skylian says, Josh, now that you've enjoyed Doom, do you think a Doom critique is in the cards?
I don't know if I could do that justice.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's such an important game.
It's always so imposing to think about the concept of trying to do a video on a game that Tim Rogers has already done a video about.
Yeah. Master Farr wants to know your thoughts on SpongeBob.
You keep talking about this.
Yeah.
SpongeBob is great.
I love SpongeBob. It's one of my favoriteest things. Oh, if you haven't seen the SpongeBob musical, check that shit out. It's fire.
Yeah, it's great. It has some songs written by Jonathan Colton.
Yeah, it's so good.
Who did the Still Alive Portal theme.
Like, I know it sounds like a hard sell, but just trust me.
Yeah, it's great.
I think it's on Amazon Prime. A pro shot.
Yeah, it is. That's where we bought it, I remember.
Yeah, we saw it. We need to watch it again. You were sad the first time we watched it.
The world was sad the first time we watched it. Okay, Josh, where's your Saberwolf GBA critique? I need to play it. You've cornered the market on that, Freezer. I can't compete with that. Freezer, a couple weeks ago, came out with a video on Saberwolf for the Game Boy Advance.
Nice.
Which was excellent. Recommend it. Check out her channel.
Yeah, check her out. Freezer forever. Night Owl's back!
Welcome back, Night Owl!
Dude, I'm Not a Loser is a great song. The one that They Might Be Giants did. In the SpongeBob musical.
Oh, I see.
So,
now I remember.
Yeah, Babs likes cartoons. Just talking about it.
No, we're done with Sonic 3. Now we're doing a boss rush. And then we're ending the stream. Because, my god, we've been going all day.
Yeah.
You gotta get to Final Fantasy 16.
I'm okay.
I gotta get off of here.
I don't want to be greedy.
Thank you for being so patient.
Oh, I don't mind. It's always a good time.
Alright, that was pretty good. 342.
Freezer says, I know Josh's video will suck, but we need a fifth person in the world to play Saberwolf.
Yeah, let's see how I did there. Never looked at the PlayStation leaderboards before. Number 23.
Nice.
The only person to use Amy. Well, no, there's an Amy. Let's see, it looks like Amy is good. I remember everybody typically used Tails because of the Metropolis Zone fight. But I do wonder if Amy's faster. Man, 233! How do you do that?
No idea.
I really wish this game had the thing where you could, like, watch a replay of times. Because I look at some of these and I'm like, man, how are you saving that much time? But anyway, I'm gonna let my wife play Final Fantasy now. Aren't I generous?
He's so nice, you guys.
So have a good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you for coming to the stream.
Drink your water, do something nice for yourselves, chill out.
Do something nice for Alicia, like letting her play Final Fantasy 16.
I'm fine.
Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here, guys.
Until next time, you keep geeking. We'll keep critiquing. And happy birthday, Sonic.
Happy birthday, Sonic.
Sorry we spent so much of the stream playing as a pink version of you.
But we still love you.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.